Hey everyone, I'm NBC10 First Alert meteorologist Michelle Rotella.
And I'm First Alert meteorologist Justin Godynick.
All right, let's get ready for a celestial event, a rare one that is going to occur next month on April 8th.
The last time we had a solar eclipse was 2017, but that one, not as many folks could view it because it was in a more rural location. This one, Michelle, in some bigger cities, right?
Yeah, some more densely populated areas. In 2017, only 12 million people were in that path of totality. But this time around, on April 8th, you have an estimated 31.6 million people that are going to be in that path of totality. So a very exciting event that is going to occur. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the solar eclipse and explain what it is.
So a solar eclipse occurs when the moon comes between the Earth and the sun. It blocks the light coming in from the sun. And the diameter of the moon, believe it or not, is a perfect fit to go over the front of the sun and cover it entirely. I've heard that witnessing the path of totality is actually life-changing, to be there and see it happen.
I imagine it would be, because that time that we're talking about for totality, if you're on the Pacific coast of Mexico where this begins and it travels through Texas, that is 4 minutes and 28 seconds of that sun being completely blotted out, just complete darkness basically in the middle of the day.
Amazing things happen too. Animals that are normally coming out at night begin to come out during the eclipse. Crickets will start to chirp, and it gets colder because the sun is blocked.
I imagine it does get a little confusing. Now, you may be asking, well, can I see this? Of course, depending on where you live in the U.S., you're going to have a different percentage of that sun that is going to be eclipsed. If you're here in Philadelphia, that percentage is about 80%.
Now, you have some cities, though, that are pretty close, about a 4-hour drive as you head north into upstate New York, areas like Buffalo, Erie, Pennsylvania. Even Pittsburgh is pretty close to the totality location, but areas like Cincinnati, Columbus, Ohio, those spots will be in totality.
All right, so a few things to remember. We want to talk about the anatomy of a solar eclipse, right? Well, this is a partial eclipse. If you live here in Philadelphia, that is what you're going to be seeing, that partial solar eclipse. But again, that's not the only thing. We mentioned that path of totality. Again, if you are going to be traveling to it, as you said, that is called the umbra.
And you get your full shadow right there. And of course, we want to make sure that you view this safely. So Michelle has some important viewing safety tips for the eclipse.
Yeah, let's talk about some things to remember, because you can't just go out there, even if it is total darkness, and look at this with your naked eye. So do not look directly at the sun, and just regular sunglasses are not going to cut it. They just don't provide enough protection. You have to get your hands on those crafty ones, those special ones for specific events like this.
The welder's goggles are actually the only other thing, or a welder's mask, that you can use to view this safely. Now listen, here's something important that you can do too to avoid looking directly at the sun. You can actually take a piece of paper or a piece of cardboard, cut out a little hole in it, and let the sun shine into it as the eclipse is happening. It will actually project an image of the eclipse on the ground occurring, and of course that's probably the safest way to go about viewing it.
Yeah, so of course we want you to have fun with this experience. It is a rare one, but we also do want you to be safe, and you do have to get out and enjoy it. It is so rare because the next time that we're going to see this on the mainland of the United States is going to be August of 2044.
Well, get out and enjoy this one for sure. Have fun.